everybody, this is Hockjock, and I am just going to be showing off a gameplay I had against a Rengar earlier. I was playing Jayce. I was going top lane, of course, and this was before any patches on Rengar had been made, so he was rather strong. You'll see one time I get jumped on and I'm forced to back off because I get like from 3/4 health, I get knocked down to 1 bar of health. This was at level 4 or 5, I think, and it was pretty amazing to like actually not feed a Rengar. It was just interesting for me. Okay, let's turn that down a little bit, because I noticed in my last video the volume was a little loud, and I was just going to record this one off the spot. So I go up here to guard the top side entrance to red. We weren't going to it's not high elo or anything, it's only like a level 1100 is what I'm currently playing at and what I want to get better at. And 1100 elo, it's not like people force wraith wards or anything like that, so the biggest thing that you got to worry about is maybe a blue invade. You're not going to see a lot of red invades. If they do that, then it's going to be pretty strong. And I go back here for a 4th bot because I know I'm going to be against a Rengar who's going to have a lot of sustain, and I'm going to need to out-sustain him for a little while until I get a couple thorns or something like that, so that I can try and out-farm him and do better in the late game, because as strong as Rengar is, his farm game compared to Jayce is not that great. Okay, so Rammus gets a good leash, and Mumu gets a good leash. Both, pretty standard, no really early aggression is going to start up. And just going to be going through the lanes here. Like I said, it's a very passive lane because Rengar was currently overpowered. It's like once he got 3-4 stacks on me, I had to back off, and I couldn't overextend to try and get free CS, and I had to stay in range for him, and I had to stay away from the bushes, and I had to just be really careful about ganks. See here, I'm harassing him because he doesn't have his I'm putting myself out there to poke harass him with my auto attacks because he has no sustain yet. And so just gonna disable that camera. Alright, so and here he's pushing again. And I'm just gonna let him push because he wants to use his abilities, get all those stacks all he wants. And I'm just gonna harass with my EQ combo. I'm gonna try and out-farm him, and I'm just gonna stay away from the bushes. Like right here, I got jumped on, and I just pushed him back before he could, get another Q off, get a bola strike off, and auto attack me. It was really badly handled by him. I should have seen that he went into the bushes, and I should have, backed off. Should have probably been standing back here and just CSing. This is basically all I did. I just stayed back, got aggressive, I'd back off, farm with EQ, and I maxed Q first. And see here, I expected him to jump on me, so I switched to hammer form, and it was okay here, but I missed a couple CSs, missed a couple creeps because I was in hammer form and I didn't want to get too far out to, try and CS a little bit. I'm just kind of, twitching around, CSing whenever I can. Jayce has a very nice attack animation to CS with. And here I'm just, CSing with EQ, killing mage minions quickly. I am ahead of Rengar. No, I'm even on farms with Rengar. I think it's about here that he bursts me down for quite a bit. I thought about engaging there, but once again I made the mistake of switching to hammer form early. And he had 3 stacks, so I didn't engage, and I missed a couple CS because of that. And He's able to get ahead of me for a point. And I'm just gonna kill this tank minion. It's targeting me, and I don't want to get... I probably shouldn't have like fallen back from that tank minion like that. I probably should have just stood up and tanked it for a little bit. And then see here, he's getting aggressive again. He's got, 4 stacks. He's gonna try and bullet strike me and double Q me and try and just kill me that way. But I'm just playing really, really defensively. Once he gets close to me like that, I just back off. I know I can run faster than he does. Rengar has a pretty low base movement speed. Whenever I play him, I run with movement speed points so I can catch up. See, here it is. No, here it isn't. See, once he jumps on me, switch to hammer form. Knock him back, walk away. And he's going to automatically push the lane. I didn't get a lot of jungler support. If I got some decent jungler support from Rammus, I probably could have won this lane pretty hard. Just by, playing well. And here I see, here's where I got chunked down. And I got really low, and yeah, and he just flashes forward and ignites me. I flashed way too late. And he kills me. And that was our 3rd death. So Rengar, really strong champ, lots of burst, and he can do stuff like that. He can just, burst you down earlier levels and then get an ignite off and then walk away. And it's really hard to do anything about it. This is where I've been like begging for ganks from Rengar and just not getting it. Bot lane isn't doing too bad. They're doing okay. Sivir versus Graves. Sivir is ahead because if he quick draws into his Q, she can avoid all of his Q damage with her spell shield if she uses it right. And there's Rammus, just CSing away in the jungle. A lot of the time I was asking for ganks, and they just didn't come. I got one good gank, and because of that I ended up the game 1-2. But 1-2 versus Rengar right now is actually pretty good. Most of the time, if you were versus Rengar, you were going to feed. And it wasn't a question of if or not you were going to feed. It was a question of how much are you going to feed and how far ahead you're going to let him get. And I gotta say, for Rengar, most Rengars are used to, playing recklessly and being really far ahead. And for most Rengars, if they are not 2 or 3 kills ahead of their lane, and you can play passively and not get jumped on, like every time he jumps into the bush, I just, try and poke him a little bit. It's hard to rationalize poking at this point, anyway. Like, see, I see has 5 stacks, so I'm not even gonna get close. I'm just gonna back off. Like, he could have probably bullet striked me and then WW'd me for a ton of damage if he's maxing W. Which he is. He's maxing Q. And here's a gank. And he starts ganking my lane consistently. Like, this is the actual point. But he forces the ult, and he forces flash, and he doesn't come back. He just leaves. Like, once Rengar has blown his ult, he's really hard to get away with. Like, he has low base movement speed, and he's pretty slow in most cases. So it's hard to get away with him. See here, I did not see that coming, and he got the jump on me, and I just hit him, walked away.
Rampage.
Trying to CS. I thought I had enough for an EQ combo there. And I didn't. I was just off the point where I needed to have enough mana to EQ. I didn't build a Sheen at all early. I just went fucking Phage into straight up into what's his name? Triforce. There it is. And I get bursted down a bit, and yeah, I got ignited again. Just straight up killed. And that was really, really poorly handled by me. I shouldn't have tried to walk away from that. If I had hammer striked him and walked away, I would have been able to easily get away. And just hit under turret because he would have had a few bars of health. And let's just look around. Not much going on bot lane again. Mid lane has been, pretty even. So at this point, we're not behind. My team isn't. And the big point at this point is as long as I don't like feed my lane or anything. Oh, poor Syndra. Oh, poor Syndra. Poor Diana. Oh, Diana and Sage. Or Rumble. Not Rumble. Rengar. Rammus. Yeah, so many R's. Oh, that was not good. And see, I called out there. I was like, where's the Mia? And I was like, I was dead. I had no idea where he was. And I told him to watch the minimap. That's one thing that, like, lower elo players don't get. And I do this a lot, is I don't watch my minimap at all. There'll be games where I'll be constantly watching it, and games where I won't watch it at all. And it's really bad. A new scary Rengar blue buff. So this Rengar is now 3-0. Two of those kills are mine. But if you look at the CS, I am still behind the CS. I don't know how I ended up this game ahead in CS. He is like dominating me in lane. Whoa, that is not what I wanted to do. So like I ended up out CSing him. And I didn't let him roam because every time he'd try to roam, I'd push his tower and he'd lose a lot of EXP. And I was able to like play defensively, and it wasn't until I got some actual like strong ganks in my like, you know, my jungler would come back and he'd actually gank more than once at a time instead of just making him burn his ult. He'd gank multiple times. And see, here is an iffy situation. Like, force the flash, force the ult. And I'm like, okay, alright, we're out. Because I don't know where Mumu is. I don't know where Syndra is. I'm trying to tell him to back off. I'm like, dude, I need my CS. So, Rengar now has no ult, no flash for a good, a minute and a half. And I told him, don't leave. This Rengar, he's really ahead of himself. Like, he thinks that he can stay in lane all the time with no flash, no ult, no escapes. If you just come back and gank before he has his ult up, we'll kill him. And of course, my jungler leaves. So, I'm just gonna CS some more, try and level up and continue leveling. He's gonna try and roam some more. He's just gonna be putting down wards, safe as safe can be. I'm warding too. We're both warding adequately, trying to keep our lanes, defended from them scary jungle ganks. See there, he's got 5. I just EQ, walk away. And here I'm freezing my lane outside of my turret. And here comes Rengar. This is the only time that we are able to kill him successfully in the laning phase. And see, here's the scary part when he gets like chunked down like that. Oh, I was worried for him because like I saw the ignite and I was like, oh shit, we're gonna trade. This isn't good. God, I'd keep doing that. I'm horrible. I keep thinking I'm playing StarCraft. I'm like boxing over things and accidentally clicking because I think I'm moving. So I go back. I'm gonna go get I'm gonna finish my phage, get a ward or two, get some more HP pots. And I made some stupid mistakes when buying items this game. Like I had points where I was like I had double phage and just really bad item choices, and I just sold them because, what am I going to do with 2 phages? I'm not going to build whatever, Frost Hammer. I'm not going to build Frozen Mallet, so I need to sell that phage and get a different item, which I was lucky enough to have enough gold to get
Shut down.
I can't even remember names of items. An attack speed item. The 2 swords. To name a freaking awesome YouTube video. And see here, I noticed that Rengar wasn't top. I noticed that there was action going on down bot. And luckily for me, he went invis inside of the minions, and I was able to back off. If I hadn't have seen him coming with, you know, full rage and fucking... And I was like, oh, this is too good to be true. It's gotta be bait. And, like, no ward coverage in the bush. A Moo being outside of fucking... Yeah, outside of a fucking bush. That has to be bait, right? I guess not. I guess it was just... bad on them. See, here comes Rengar again. I back off, let him kill some CS. At this point, this is my endgame score. I did not do too much at this point to contribute to the winning or losing of my team. I just, you know, CS'd, I DPS'd, I, you know, tried to peel for my carry, because my carry was adequately, you know, ahead in his lane. He was doing pretty damn well. I mean, 4-0 and 2 Graves with a BF Sword and Zeke's at Zerks at, you know, 15 minutes. It's pretty good. He's going to be pretty damn far ahead all game. And there goes my team for the engage. And I know Rengar is up here. It's Rengar. If I leave my lane, he's going to go kill a tower. Because his Q does so much damage. Like, it's ridiculous. And I tried to, you know, go for some harass, maybe a QE combo in hammer form. And my ball didn't hit, and I was like, nah, I can't do this. He's just going to turn on me, and he's going to destroy me. And I'm not going to trade efficiently, so I just backed off. And so I'm just going to, you know, chill out here. CS some more. Action going on. Bot lane, not too much, just, you know, trading. Nobody's really died yet. A pretty passive game, I must say. You know, lots of farming. It's like at this point, me and Rengar, he has 2 kills on me, but he only has 4 CS. And at this point, I can just EQ combo for a ton of CS. Let's see how this goes down bot. See, I need to stop doing that. I gotta get used to little replay and, like, not touching anything. See, he's trying to get aggressive. Like, he wants to get really aggressive. And I can tell that. And so here's the point where I'm like, wait, if he tries to get aggressive on me, I can just knock him back before he does any damage. And I can CS in hammer form, too. Like, and there he's trying to roam, and I'm like, we are ahead by people, so I'm gonna let him roam bot. And he's gonna go he's gonna go kill mid tower if he can. And I'm just gonna push top lane. I'm gonna get more CS. I'm gonna, you know, try and damage his tower. I'm gonna ward. I am? Am I? No, I don't have a ward. I'm just gonna roam down mid. I'm gonna try and save mid tower and kill this Rengar again. Yeah, see, forces the flash. Yeah, this is where Rengar dies again. I just put down. My team has no idea where he is. It's one thing about him. He is, like, nigh unkillable when it comes to fucking ganking him, because he just stealths and walks away, and it's on such a low cooldown. But that's the big thing right there, the bone tooth necklace. It only has a couple stacks on it. So he's not getting too far ahead of me. He's definitely ahead of me, but you know what? You can only do so much. Like, against somebody that's that fucking, like, strong and can just decimate you early game. And you just gotta hope he doesn't get fed and he can carry in the late game, too. And here we go, just engaging in the jungle. I'm way back at base. And I'm just asking them, like, what were you guys doing? Like, we had 2 of us B after a dragon. Like, what were you guys doing? And they were like, oh, you guys were at base. Not the best argument, you guys were at base, because it's pretty bad argument. Like, it's like, yeah, we were at base, so why did you engage? It's not like we could have helped us being back at base. So I see top's going to push here. I see that they have more mage minions. And, you know, both teams have a tank minion up. So I'm just gonna, you know, come back here, EQ all of those mage minions, get tasty, tasty farms. I'm just gonna farm up. I think this is the point where Rengar now really is begging for kills, and he's like trying to roam a lot harder than me. And I'm just gonna push down top turn, and go and do whatever I need to. I can go help my team wherever I can. I notice everybody is bot lane, or everybody just came from bot lane. And it's gonna take them a while to get to top lane. And I see Mumu here. I just walk away, gate and walk away. And not much going down here. Like, this is the point where, you know, I could tell Rengar didn't know how he was gonna play out the rest of this game, because when Rengars are ahead, they're able to play recklessly. They're able to like just do whatever they want, and they're able to easily get ahead, which is what makes them so strong. Is that they're able to easily get ahead, and then they're able to play recklessly, like pushing down towers and just walking away because they have, you know, they have their stuff. And here I was like, oh shit, my team just got raped, and I was about to go down there, but then I realized, oh, fucking Graves is fed, he's got this. And so I see this in Mumu, and I'm just gonna, you know, zone him away. Make him flash. And I'm gonna go right back up to top lane after we push down this mid turret, and I'm gonna go take that turret too. And this is the point where I'm just harassing him back, trying to help my Graves out. And I don't know why I switched to hammer for him. I could have just, you know, ranged for him this, but it's helpful. I was able to damage it, get some more gold. Global gold was really the story of this game. We got more dragons because bot lane had a lot more control, and top lane was not able to roam. He wasn't able to leave lane effectively. That was a horrible, horrible gate combo, and I was like, oh, I'm so mad, and so I just hammer formed it. Lost a bunch of mana because of it, though. So at this point, I am on better items than this Rengar. I have more farms, and I'm gonna be pushing down towers, and my team has been pushing down towers. So I'm pretty far ahead of this Rengar when it comes to gold. He's ahead of me in kills, but only by 2. And the CS lead that I have on him right now is pretty significant. This is the point where I'm like, no, get out. I'm just trying to, you know, poke him back. When you're Jayce and you can't, like, jump in, you should at least poke him. Like, because free damage is free damage. Like look right there. Like, you could tell Amumu wanted to get on top of me. He wanted to, you know, CC me and hold my team there and wait for the backup. But I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry, I was stretching there. He missed a lot of the combat, but it's nothing but Graves just, you know, tearing through their team. And that's Graves' Quadra. And I believe we go Baron, and then they forfeit. Because I don't think we had Baron for that long. I really believe that they forfeited after we Baron. Yeah, see, there's the forfeit. And, yeah, I was really proud of myself for this game. Because I'm not used to playing passive. I'm very aggressive. And for me to play passive and be somewhat successful versus a really strong champion that can rape you, like, you know, they can just completely destroy you from the early game all the way to the late game. Like, I've played Rengar, and I've gotten to the point where I'm bursting down 80 carries from none to maybe a couple bars of their health with just my double Q combos. But there you have it. Graves was the MVP of the day with 14 kills and 0 deaths and a ton of just stuff that he was destroying with. I did okay. I had the most CS in the game, which is pretty good. At the 24-minute mark, 147 to 130 CS against a Rengar. That's pretty good. And this has been Hockjock. I hope you've enjoyed watching my game, and I hope to see you again.